The will of the people of Ghana, the will of the NDC supporters, the will of the leadership is strong, and we are very solid that we are coasting to victory. And there is nothing, no man, no woman, no devil that can stop the victory. Nothing can stop it. Thank you very much, Sonny. And indeed, it is very humbling to speak after these two great giants of our party and the country. They are two people that I really adore, and I'm not ashamed to say that. And they've been my mentors right from especially Mr. Tolukachi University days up till now. He's taught me a few tricks. He's a master tactician. So I stand on all the previous protocols. Calling you to address you today has not been easy because, the usual politics and a day before the elections, what are you going to say? But I recall before the Ayawaso West Wagon by-election, we had solid and credible intelligence about things that were going to happen. And they sounded so bizarre. They sounded so un-Ghanaian. They sounded so unbelievable that even though we were sure of the sources, we also felt that, from a humanistic point of view, for the sake of political stability, no reasonable entity would dare engage in such an action in the center of Ghana, Accra. So yes, we had the intelligence and all that, but there was some, could they really do this? And in fact, the night before, there were some actions. Azoka's house was attacked and all that. All these were indications. Perhaps, if we had done what we're doing today, perhaps we would have listened to where it all ended up. So when we have credible information, credible, verified intelligence that certain things are about to happen, I think we owe it as a duty to ourselves and to the country to let the public know so that voices of reason may prevail over voices that are attempt to destroy our democracy and our beautiful country. And let me also say that when these things come up and we talk about them, people say, well, you are complaining too much because you don't believe you are going to win the election. Let me say without any fear of contradiction that in spite of all the things that have happened, right from changing electoral commission, registration, everything that has been done, the will of the people of Ghana, the will of the NDC supporters, the will of the leadership is strong, and we are very solid that we are coasting to victory. And there is nothing, no man, no woman, no devil that can stop the victory. Nothing can stop it. So, we've heard about ballot stuffing. And this time around, it is not just ballot stuffing because you're all familiar with what has been happening at the various printing houses where they attempt to print ballots, we catch them, we bend them, they apologize, they'll come out and say it's not true. So this time around, our intelligence is telling us that they now have done the ballots in some of our strongholds, and we have specific locations. They're doing some in Ashanti, Eastern, Volta, Oti, and Northern region. And they are deliberately stamping it number 2. And then they have some of these agent provocateurs that they will arrest, connive, and they will say that we give them the ballots, meant to cause disaffection for us at this last minute, whilst they will then quietly be doing their own thing. Let me state here and now, how can we be stuffing? We are the ones who are arresting, catching people, and doing ballots and burning them. Even today, as Mr. Tolukachi said, my deputy is there, all over the place. We want every little extra ballot to be burnt and destroyed. So we are not in that business. So if you hear or see anything like that, know that it is purely orchestrated and it has nothing to do with us. We also have intelligence that they've done extra copies of the pink sheets. And so what they intend to do is that they'll swap pink sheets. And indeed, they are collaborating with other parties so that at every polling station, especially in their strongholds, when they have 3 or 4 parties that they have financed, then they will gang up and then sign whatever it is that they choose to sign. And then our agents will be in the minority and try to impose it on us. Well, when senior people like that tell you that we are ready, and we will not allow any man or woman to cheat us. All we want is free and fair elections. Simple. So the electoral officers who have been given the privilege to conduct this election, we are not asking for any favors. Just be free, fair, and neutral, and there will be transparent, and there will be peace. Nobody, we don't want anything from you. And we believe that they are all Ghanaians and they will do the right thing. Then intimidation, he's talked about it. The vigilante elements in security uniforms. We have videos and pictures of them in hotels all over the place. They've given them those uniforms. And the most worrying is that the deployments that were done, this last minute, they've changed them. And they've replaced them with the new recruits. What experience do recruits have? And those recruits, we know the antecedents to their recruitment. And so those are party people. So we want to urge the regular police and army. I keep saying that the regular police and army, they are very, very committed people. It is these people who will come in and are doing things in your name to destroy your image. Please ensure that the right thing is done. And every citizen must ensure that when you vote, that vote is sacrosanct and it must be protected. So citizens cooperate with the regular police and the military to ensure that those deviants are brought to book. Citizens must ensure that they guard and protect their ballots. And specifically, we've picked up intelligence, the number of troops that have been deployed into the Volta region, it just doesn't make sense. The people of Volta region are peace-loving people. You are treating them like criminals. Troops upon troops upon troops, weapons upon weapons upon weapons. Well, the same way that they were not intimidated during the voters register, they will not be intimidated by your presence. The people of Volta region must come out and vote and vote and vote and vote and vote and vote, and they will vote. Sure. And they must not allow themselves to be intimidated by anybody. We know of plans to start sporadic shooting at 11 a.m. in parts of the Volta region, 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. And the idea is to blame it on the so-called secessionists. And look at the timing. So when it starts at 11 a.m. in certain parts, then it will stop. Then there will be, hopefully, they think there will be confusion. The people of Volta region, you are covered by the blood of Jesus. You are covered by the ancestors. You are covered by the spirits of our fathers gone before us. Go, no bullet will touch you. When you hear the bullet, go forward like men and women. Go and vote. Don't stop. Then they'll do it at 1 p.m. Then they'll do it at 3 p.m. All this is meant to what? Delay the voting process so that the people will not come out to vote. Discourage people from voting. And this sounds like, so what happened in Iowa West Wagon? Is it not the same thing? Baleshi. All the firing, that election had less than 20% turnout. And they said Iowa West Walk-on is what? A dress rehearsal. Yeah. They said it. So coming events, they say, cast their shadow. So we are drawing the mind of the country to these things. Then we are very concerned about the 24-hour declaration. People say sometimes we are hard, or I in particular, I'm hard on the EC. But you see, this 24-hour declaration of results is one of two things. You say you're going to do manual declaration. There is no way you can do manual declaration in 24 hours. And indeed, we are aware of WhatsApp numbers that you have sent to your election officials to send numbers to you. Is that manual or electronic? So you are doing electronic transmission. Why are you deceiving the public that you are doing manual transmission? And then you have put yourself under an unrealistic timeline, 24 hours, and then gone to print the card This is a card from the Electoral Commission. Invitation, declaration of the 2020 presidential election results. The Electoral Commission has the honor to invite you to the formal declaration of the 2020 presidential results. Date, 8th December 2020, time 5 p.m. Venue, International Conference Center. Is it a show? Is it Miss Ghana? Now have a situation where 20, 30, 40, 50 results haven't arrived because of recounting, because it has to be recalculated. You know the implications? Then who cause them? So you put yourself under unnecessary pressure and tension. And if you don't have the results, are you going to create any results whatsoever? So you see, these are all unnecessary. We spoke about it, yeah. You see the arrogance and the purity. They've even gone ahead. If I were them, don't even respond, but just keep quiet and just revise your notes. You've gone. In other words, you can all go to hell. I've done a card. I'm inviting you. Face masks. There is no law anywhere. CI 127 is a law that guides the election. There's no law anywhere that says that people should wear masks before they go and vote. In any case, government devoted millions of cedis for masks during the COVID. Millions of cedis. So they either make it available or you don't stop people from voting. Vigilance, vigilance, vigilance. That is the key. And that is what will take us through. Thank you very much.